From the Keith Vincent Studios in Paterson, New Jersey, Green Hour Media proudly presents Is This Real? Tonight, the Hope Diamond. Is this thing cursed? We'll talk about it. And now your host, JC3.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Is This Real?
Is this real?
Tonight's episode, as you heard from Big Joe, we are talking about the curse of the Hope Diamond, which is a big fucking diamond.
Thanks.
Old. It's an old diamond,
It's
too.
a big fucking rock.
It's a big, old fucking diamond rock thing.
Shiny rock.
It's
Yes.
nice. Yo, it's nice though.
It is.
That thing's real nice.
I know you want it, don't
I
you?
do. I do want it.
Okay. So to introduce everybody in the booth as
I'll give it to some lucky lady.
and Killer.
Maybe I don't know.
Okay, and to introduce everybody in the booth, across from me, Big Joe. Dad, say hello to everybody.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
You mean
morning.
good afternoon?
Well,
Or
today
good
it's morning.
evening.
I'm so tired right now, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Welcome to our program.
Hello.
Cito's in the booth tonight. Cito, say hello.
Hola.
The Pope himself is here.
I'm at the Pope.
Pope is here. Mr. West is in the building.
Muay Thai good for you.
And I'm JC3. So, gentlemen,
Yes.
Yes.
Hope
Hello.
Diamond,
Yes.
what do we have?
I did not know anything about this up until
The
later.
title.
Well,
Up
Before,
until
hold on.
earlier.
Our episode is presented by W. Go to w.gg, enter the code IsThisRealPC, and get your 10% off of all your W products.
That's right.
Now we
Energy
get it wrong.
drinks. These
Energy
things-
drinks, so you could go to Muay Thai.
That's right.
Or you can be like me and wake up.
Oh.
I'm kind of tired.
Yeah, so I think everybody
We
is right now.
We need more W.
We do need more W.
We do need more W.
Yeah, I think we're all out of W.
We need to
Yeah.
get more W.
Can't be out of W.
How much is that? I want to try this shit.
All right.
We'll talk
Please
more
don't call our sponsor shit.
We'll talk more. We'll talk more after the show.
All right, so the
He
Hope,
didn't mean it, W. He did it.
the Hope Diamond, everybody. What do we have for this diamond? Anthony, you want to take it
The
away?
Hope Diamond is a 42.5 carat diamond that
42
was
or
found
45?
in 1666 by a man named Jean-Baptiste Travaneau.
Yeah, he didn't find it.
I thought it was
Let's look
Tavernier.
at him.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking
Wait,
at
hold on. I
I'm
thought
looking
it
at
was-
I'm looking at livescience.com and it's saying that this thing is 45 carats.
Yeah, 45.5 carats.
I think you said 42.
No, 45 and
You
a
said
half
42.
carats. I'm sorry. Well, fuck me. I've screwed the whole program up already.
First of all, Jean Baptiste. I thought it was Tavernier.
No.
It is.
Thank
It
you.
is Tavernier, yes.
Tavernier.
Tavernier? What
And
did
he
I
didn't
say?
exactly find it. He kind of borrowed it from the eye
You know what, Anthony?
of the goddess Sita.
That's 3 in a row, bro. Shut up. You're done for the night. All right? Completely fucked up his name, the size of the diamond, and the
Tavenol.
source of it. Tavenol. Just Tavenol.
He stole the goddamn thing
Yeah.
from a fucking idol, and that was an idol of a goddess. And when the Hindus found that, they went, "We put a curse upon you, you French fucking asshole, for coming over to our land and stealing our shit." It's a big ass blue diamond, and the reason it's blue is because there's trace of the element boron. That's
And you're a moron.
well, there's that.
Yes. So
The maturity level on us is amazing.
what you're telling me is that who put a curse on it? You went through it really quickly.
The Hindus that own the statue.
So you're saying that this diamond was founded in India?
Yes,
Okay.
it was found in India.
Thank you, Wes,
It
for clearing
was-
that up.
Well, here's the thing.
What kind of statue was it?
The
It
Right
was
now,
the
it's
goddess Sita.
Sita, yes.
Sita?
Sita? It was
Sita.
Sito.
Sito.
Sito or Sita?
How do you spell that? Sita?
S-I-T-A.
S-I-T-A.
Well, that's what the legend says. That this asshole stole it from the eye of the statue Sita.
Ooh, she thick.
The other possible, it was
What? Yo, am I wrong?
the other possibility is that it was
Look at that.
extracted
She-
from
she
the
pretty thick.
the Kolar mine in Guntur, India. And they were like, "Look, it's a diamond." And of course, you just don't. Now, I know that Jean Baptiste was like a diamond dude, like
A
his-
diamond dude.
no, I'm being serious.
Like a
he
diamond
wa-
hunter?
No, he was known for like hooking up royalty back in France with exquisite diamonds and shiny rocks and shit.
So he's probably a
would go-
diamond
The
hunter.
diamond plug.
Yeah, he was. Like, he did 6 trips around the world. He
Yeah,
kept
it's the
going
plug
back
for
to
the
France.
diamonds, man.
Every time he came back, he's like, check the shit I got. And he would sell it to, like, the kings and royalty and all that shit. And this happened to be one of the biggest fucking diamonds he ever found.
Yeah, you found.
Found. Quote, 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 quote.
Funny, we're not really. It doesn't find it. You find it odd that the year was 1666.
Oh, no, here we go.
Well, I'm just, if you're gonna be encouraged, if we're gonna bring curses, let's do it the right way. So,
It wasn't the year 666, so it doesn't even matter.
oh god.
Yeah, there was a 1 in front of it.
Yeah, don't count.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, Anthony, you got that right. He found the diamond inside the head, and then he sold it to Louis the. I want to get this right. Is that the 14th?
That is the 14th. Yes.
Okay. And
Was that right before the French Revolution?
yes,
Yeah.
and
Huh.
several diamonds that Tavernier sold to Louis XIV, presumably in 1673, are depicted in his book, The Six Voyages, whatever. Tavernier sold a diamond to King Louis XIV, who had it again cut down to 69 carats. The king purchased a diamond from Tavernier, and it was referred to as the blue diamond of the crown, or French blue. King Louis died of gangrene after a long illness.
Yes.
I don't know if that has anything to do with the curse or not.
Fuck is gangrene.
Okay.
It's like, it's necrosis. It's like you don't heal from a wound, and instead of like getting better, your skin turns green and basically dies.
Well, do you want to?
Gangrene is the death of body tissue due to the lack of blood flow or a serious bacterial infection.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So do we just want to get into like the things allegedly this thing this took out, people this took out? Because I have a list of the top 10.
Well, you know what?
What
I
is
tell you
it-
what, why don't you do that? Because I got a list here too.
What
I wanna
are
see if
you,
we
Watch
try-
Mojo right now?
Welcome
Like,
back
not-
to Is This Real? Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 people who died from the Hope Diamond.
At
Number 10,
at
we
number-
got
Oh, you want me to go 10 down or do you want me to go 1 up?
No,
10 down. We're
10
going to do this
down.
Watch Mojo.
10 down, okay.
We're definitely
Number
ripping
10 comes in at James Todd.
James Todd.
James Todd is the mailman who delivered the diamond to the Smithsonian.
The mailman?
Apparently, he had his leg crushed in a truck accident shortly thereafter delivering the diamond. He also suffered a head injury in a separate accident, and also his entire house burnt down.
Yes. Also, the guy who sent the diamond to the Smithsonian insured it for $115. He fucking mailed the Hope Diamond and said, "Do you want insurance?" "Yeah." "How much?" $115. "Sounds good."
At least the diamond was okay.
Yeah.
Right? Huh? Number 9, Evelyn Walsh McLean.
I have something about her.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Do you want to take it then?
Evelyn Walsh McLean was married to the man who owned the Washington Post. She would go on to die penniless,
The Washington
basically.
Post.
Eat my ass. She ran into a string of very horrible luck. Her son died. Her husband, I think, divorced her or died. She wound up selling the newspaper.
Why is the water
And
chewy?
she tried to have the Hope Diamond go through an exorcism. Yeah.
Squeeze me.
Yeah.
She also
Aye.
didn't really respect it too well either,
Nope, she didn't.
because she put it around her dog's collar.
Did the dog die? What the dog doing?
I have no idea.
Fluffy got hit by a truck.
No.
It was delivering the Washington Post.
Talk about irony.
So, yeah, from legend is she tried to have an exorcism held over the Hope Diamond to exorcise it of any demons. Problem is, these were Hindu spirits, not Christian spirits. Exorcism don't work that way.
I don't know.
Does it work that way?
I don't
No.
think so. I don't think
What
so.
if it's a Hindu priest?
Well, if he can't be a Hindu priest because Hindu's the religion. Now, if he was an Indian priest, we have those we have several of them just up the street.
How do you know they don't have like their own like priest? Like I'm not an expert in Hinduism, by the way.
But like
I guess
Hinduism's the
let's look
religion,
into- I guess let's look
Catholicism's
into
the
that.
religion.
Go to the Google
You
machine.
can't be both.
Do Hindus
like have a priest-like thing? Like maybe like.
What the fuck?
Like if there was like a Hindu shaman who tried to do like
Who is the Hindu daddy?
Oh fuck! I spelled no.
No
My-
priest. Jesus Christ.
like if there was like a Hindu shaman who tried to put like a blessing on the Hope Diamond, that's one thing. Maybe it
Hindus
would have
celebrate
exercised.
Christmas?
Maybe it would have exercised the curse.
This is-
Have a priest.
I don't know. Either way, I don't think it fucking worked. But
I mean, she is at number
A
8.
Hindu priest.
she is at number
Hindu
8.
Priests. A Hindu-
Anyway, continuing. Let's go.
Oh, it's a pujari.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Let's go with that.
So she was
No,
at
no,
number.
that's what it says.
Yeah, she was at number 9. Number
At
8.
number 8.
At number 8, Simon Mankacharides or some shit like that.
MAONC.
Mancharides.
Mancharides. He was
Greek
Greek.
merchant Simon Mancharides owned the diamond. His curse: he drove his car off a cliff and killed himself, his wife, and his kid.
Yeah, but
Suicide.
that was right after he sold it to Pierre Cartier in 1910, the
Nice.
well-known diamond
Yes.
dealer from
Like
France.
Cartier,
Mhm.
that guy.
That's the family, yes. Cartier.
Yep. He was from Assfuck Island and he died
What?
because he drove his Assfuck Island.
Greece.
I don't know why they do that to Greece.
Well, the Greek are apparently alleged really into butt sex.
Oh yeah, the ancient Greeks believe
There
having
goes Greece.
the ancient Greeks believed
Let's
having
completely go off the rails. You know, one
Well,
person
yeah,
called
that's
them
ancient Greece, but that's not now.
diner monkeys from Assfuck Island.
Little Joey, come on.
What did he say?
Ow!
Oh,
Um,
we
What?
apologize to the great country of Greece.
Oh, there's like 10 downloads in Greece.
I respect you
true.
guys and your history.
Okay, anywho. Number 7 is William Falls.
It was a flick, not a Muay Thai.
Thank you. Willem Falls was a Dutch jeweler who recut the diamond again.
Again.
His son ended up murdering him and then killing himself.
Oh,
this diamond.
So hold on. It's okay for you to laugh at murder, but I can't call Greeks. Never mind.
No,
No, it's not.
no, it's not.
It's not okay.
He actually cut the diamond down to 45
You know why?
carat,
You know
and
why?
that's
You
what
know
it
why?
is today.
You know why you can't?
Yes.
Because murder is fair. Everybody gets it.
Everyone
No.
dies. No
Everyone
one
dies.
Everyone
Not
gets
mur-
murdered.
No one gets murdered. What the fuck are you talking about?
I
Next.
think I understand where he's going with this. Actually,
It's like
everyone has the equal chance to get killed, and everyone has an equal chance to kill. All right.
Hey, see,
Okay. Number 6
At
is
number 6.
Marie Louise, the Princess of La Bamba? No, La Baya.
La
La
Belle.
Bella.
She.
Was a member of Marie Antoinette's court
Yeah.
and was her closest confidant. She was...
What's going on here?
That's yours.
We apologize.
Yep.
Hey, yo.
What the fuck?
Turn that off.
We're having technical difficulties.
Just keep it going. Fuck it. Uh,
I promise you that was not porn.
you're keeping that in. Fucking.
The princess got fucked up.
She was killed by a mob in a
Yeah.
most horrific fashion, apparently hit with a hammer, decapitated, stripped, and disemboweled, among
Yeah.
other
In
things.
that same
So
order?
that yo, I'm about to say that's kind of fucked up. They took her head off before her clothes.
It's like, my God.
Well, I mean, the head's more accessible. Never mind.
Plus, this is the French. They appreciate someone with a good brain. But yeah, she got all fucked up. There's actually a very famous painting.
Her head was impaled on a pike and carried to Marie Antoinette's prison window.
That's okay. This is allegedly. The more realistic story is they shoved her into the alleyway with the mob. Someone hit her over the head with the hammer, and they stripped her naked. And then that was it. They left her to die bleeding in the alleyway after they put the hammer through her head. There's
While she was naked.
yeah. I mean, there is a lot of stuff here that is fabricated to sell newspapers, and I'll get to that when you get done with the list.
All right, number 4 and number 5, they go hand in hand. It's Louis I'm guessing that's the 16th,
Yes.
and Marie Antoinette. Louis the 16th inherited the French blue. Marie Antoinette wore it, And I think we all know what happened there. That's the story anyway. We have no photographic evidence that Marie wore the gem.
Let them eat cake.
First of all, they have to have.
Do you know the story of Marie Antoinette and Louis?
They need to have painted evidence, not photographic evidence. Painted evidence.
Well, yeah, well, there's not even that. Like, there's no evidence to say that she ever wore the goddamn thing.
Anthony, just to help going real quickly about the story of Marie Antoinette and Louis XVI.
They were the hierarch. They were the king and queen of France, and this was at the start of the French Revolution.
Viva la Revolution.
And they said, you know what? You're the first assholes to go.
Yeah.
So they brought them down to the guillotine and off with their heads. In fact, Marie Antoinette was a bitch about it because she was up on the stage. I don't know what you call it with the guillotine, and she stepped on the executioner's foot. She went, "Oh, pardon me." And he's like, "Oh, bitch, I'm gonna do things to your butt after you're dead, and you can't stop me."
Wait, whoa,
What?
whoa,
The
whoa.
French are into that. Anyway,
Hold on, wait, whoa.
so yeah, she stepped on the executioner's foot,
We're
and
not
then
gonna
they
rush
took her
past
head. We're gonna rush right past it.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 3
This
is.
episode's fucked enough.
Wait, how much time we have, Wes? Number three. You know, we'll get to number 3 when after this short little break. Hopefully, we put this.
When we
back-
come back, the top 3.
Hopefully, we put this right back on the rails. Hopefully,
No.
we will be right back. Hey everybody, I'm JC3.
And I'm Mr. West.
And this episode is brought to you by Dubby. Made by professionals in the USA, Dubby was formulated to give you focus and energy with no jitters or crash.
No jitters.
Their formula contains vitamins, amino acids, including the patented neurofactor. You know what Dubby doesn't give you?
What is that?
No calories,
No calories.
no sugars,
No sugar.
no fillers,
No fillers.
and no artificial flavors. When the raw ingredients arrive to their FDA registered and inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP guidelines, they undergo a quarantine while a small sample of each ingredient is taken to test for any impurities, while also being tested to ensure that the ingredients are actually what they are supposed to be and have the proper dosage.
And once the ingredients pass all the tests, then they're cleared to get mixed into the formula. So head on over to dubby.gg and use our offer code IsThisRealPC for 10% off your first order. That's DUBBY.GG and use the code IsThisRealPC for 10% off. They have great flavors such as Galaxy Grenade, Dub Sludge, Passion Joy Tea, Monkey Madness, and Dragonade. My personal favorites.
Dragonade right here. I got Dragonade right here. Delicious.
Drink Dubby.
And be better.
These products are not intended to diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hello, this is JC3 speaking. If you want to know more about Is This Real Podcast and our parent company Green Hour Media, then visit greenhourmedia.org. You can find and follow all of our social media pages through our website. If you love our content, then you can support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel and our Patreon page. Remember, that is greenhourmedia.org.
And we are back with our top 3 people
Coming
that
back in
the
number
Hope
3.
Diamond murdered, allegedly.
What's number 3, Joey?
Number 3 is Nicholas
Oh, you gotta
Fouquet.
say it with the voice.
Number 3, Nicholas Fouquet, whatever the hell is that? Farquaad. No. Nicholas Fouquet, who worked for King Louis XVI, is said to have worn the diamond for special occasions. Shortly thereafter, he fell out of favor with the king and was banished from France. The king then changed the sentence to a life imprisonment, so Fouquet spent 15 years in the fortress of Pignerol. Some people believe that he was the real man in the Iron Mask, but other accounts dispute this.
The man in the Iron Mask was a prisoner in France, and no one knew who the fuck he was. Like, he was concealed, and they know he was not allowed access to any sort of lawyer or anybody. It was just this random prisoner, and there's a legend now that he was, the man in the Iron Mask. Who was he really? Could be Nicholas. We don't know.
And number 2 and number 1, we've already mentioned them. Number 2 is King Louis XIV. He bought the stone from Tavernier. He had it recut in 1673. It was then known as the Blue Diamond of the Crown, or the French Blue. King Louis died of gangrene, and all of his legitimate children died in childhood except for one.
Sucks.
And then number 1 was Jean-Baptiste Tavernier.
Who was allegedly ripped apart by wild dogs in Constantinople.
This one says Raging Fever.
See, that's the thing. We don't fucking know.
Well, either way, he died a horrible death. I mean, come on. If he was chewed, mauled by dogs or died a horrible death with a fever, I mean...
Do you guys know how much it's valued at right now?
288 million, I think it is.
I have 250 million.
Okay.
200 million plus.
Yes.
Oh wow.
So, remember when I said to you there's some inconsistencies?
Yes.
That's because the New York Times on November 17th, 1909, incorrectly reported that the diamond's former owner, Salim Habib, had drowned in a shipwreck near Singapore. And from that, they started running an article, and in that article they listed everyone who died who previously owned the diamond.
Ooh, they got a
And
painting.
half of it is bullshit.
Nipple. Yes.
They
You're
got
looking at a
They got a
nipple.
painting of Louis XIV's mistress holding.
All right, so
holding the jewel with
explain
her nipple out.
explain to me what you mean by bullshit, because I don't know much. I mean, all I'm reading as you guys are reading. When you say bullshit, what is it?
So
How can you say that?
So the Hope Diamond, the hands that have that have taken it over time, that we definitely know of,
Thank you.
went from Jean Baptiste
Right.
to Louis the 14th to Louis the 15th to Louis the 16th. Boom, boom, boom. For Louis the 16th, it was stolen by the government of France.
And there was no 17th.
It didn't show up from 1791 to 1812 when a London jeweler had it. His name was Daniel Eliason. From 1812 to 1830, 1812 to 1830, it was really the property of King George IV of the United Kingdom. But it was between, they say it's his because it was in England. We really didn't know where it was, but because he was the fucking king, we say it belonged to him. After that became, and this is why it's named after it, after that became, the owner was Henry Philip Hope. And then he gave it to his son, Henry Thomas Hope. And then he gave it to Henry Pelham Clinton, the Dutch of Newcastle. And then Lord Francis Hope, the 8th Duke of Newcastle, had it.
The 8th Duke of Newcastle.
Yes. And then, it's bequeathed on and on and on up until Simon Frankel in 1901. And then Salim Habib in 1908.
See, I have also other things here. So you have some Simon Frankel.
Hold on one sec. Wait, real quick. In 1908, it was Sultan Abdul Hamid, whatever his name is. And then 1909 was a guy named Simon Rosenau. And then 1910 it became in possession by Pierre Cartier. And then after that,
it's funny you say that because again, I have other people here who apparently have had it. Jacques Collet apparently bought the diamond from Simon Frankel and he committed suicide. Prince Ivan Kanitsky, whatever the fuck, bought it from Collet and was killed by Russian revolutionists. Kanitsky loaned it to Mil Ladou, who was murdered by his sweetheart. Then you go to Simon Mercharies, who once sold it to the Turkish Sultan, who was thrown from a parapet, yeah, along with his wife and young child. Sultan Hamid gave it to Abu Sadir to polish, but later Sabir was imprisoned and tortured. The stone guardian Kalul Bey was hanged by a mob in Turkey. A Turkish attendant named Hever Aga was hanged for having it in his possession. It literally goes on.
Yeah, but
and then we get to the ones we know, and then
Pierre Cartier.
And then after
Walsh.
William falls, his son stole it from the jeweler, stole the jewel from his father, and later died by suicide. And some years later, after Hendrik, it was sold to Francis de Loo, who died in misery and want.
See,
A
here's
lot of deaths there.
But here's the thing,
So
though.
you think that there's like a demon behind that thing?
Oh, wait a second. Hold on a second.
Demon? I can't say that.
All right,
for
you
sure.
say that like okay. So from Walsh, it was stolen by his son, but
Sucks the life.
it says here that
Fouls.
Edward Beale McLean and Evelyn Walsh McLean, who owned it together, the entire collection was sold to Harry Winston in 1947, and he was a New York City jeweler. And then he's the one who sent it to the Smithsonian Institute in 1958.
Yeah, I have that here.
So it's like, if it was bought by Winston, then there's no way that Walsh's son had that diamond.
It's not Walsh's son.
Or whatever the fuck. McLean's son.
It's not McLean's son.
Who would you say?
I said Falls, William Falls.
William Falls.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even have a William Falls. Like, I'm following the paper trail. I don't know, like, that's the problem with this fucking curse, is because you have all of this mythology of people who, quote-unquote, had it, and then we also have a paper trail.
Let's not forget also there's a lot of replicas out there of it, too.
Okay, 1791, Wilhelm Falls. The diamond was taken and recut to its current shape during the French Revolution. A Dutch jeweler named Wilhelm Falls was responsible for cutting the 115-carat Hope diamond down to 45-carat blue Hope diamond that we see in the museum today. After the diamond was cut, he met with unfortunate circumstances when his son allegedly stole the diamond, murdered his father, and committed suicide. For many years, no one knew where the diamond had disappeared to. In 1839, it was rediscovered in the catalog of a gem collection held by a family of London bankers known as the Hopes.
Henry Philip Hope.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how that went. I mean, look, again, you're talking about 1791.
Hey, hold on. There's a name here, and again, it's not like I'm trying to connect, but it's not a very rare, it's a rare name. In 1861, after 1839, apparently a person by Henry Pelham Clinton, 6th Duke of Newcastle, held it, and he lived from 1834 to 1879, died in 1845.
Yeah, and he gave Hope gave his daughter the gem after she was married. So
then Lord Francis Hope in 1884. That is after Henry Philip Hope. So I don't know who.
There's also a boatload of years that are missing here.
Yeah.
Between Wilhelm Falls in 1791 and then the 1900s between Simon Mancharides, whatever his name is. So, excuse me, there's a lot of space there that different things could have happened. I mean, it had to go to the Hopes at that point between 1791 and the 1900s. So, you know what? Who knows? We're talking about a time period where not a lot of records were kept, and if they weren't official records. They were just records that get handed down to different stories that are getting passed out. So you're never going to know the absolute truth. But what we do know is that somewhere along the line, when this thing was stolen when it was donated in 1958 to the Smithsonian, that there was a lot of deaths here. A lot of people were killed.
Can you connect? But my question is,
if you're stealing it, then you're obviously selling it in black market situations where there's going to be a lot of shady situations.
Well,
my question for you is,
at least that's what I would think.
Can you attach these deaths to the diamond itself?
Well, I don't know.
Do you think these are things because these people held the diamond or were close to the diamond?
You can't.
Or do you think they were just
No.
happenstance?
No, I just think that they're happenstances because, some people, apparently there were some people that owned this diamond that, nothing ever happened to them.
Right. And also, not for nothing, but you have this paper trail of people who we know own the diamond, and then you have this list of people who allegedly own the diamond and their mysterious or violent deaths. You know what paper ran that story? The New York Times. At the time, when it was owned, the diamond was owned by the person who owned the Washington Times, the Washington Post.
Yeah.
So, and this is the time in history where everyone read the newspaper. This is when the newspaper there was no TV. Radio was fairly new. You got all your information from newspapers. So whatever sold went in there. And if you're trying to besmirch your competitor, oh yeah, that guy who owns that paper has this diamond that has bodies attached to it.
Well, also to the fact, Like, and then we can sit there and ask, and I know we have a couple minutes, so we go to commercial. But you could sit there and ask at the same time, like, there's a gap since it's been in the Smithsonian. Now, granted, nobody has owned it. It's been in the Smithsonian, and people, I guarantee, have to clean off the mirror or whatever the fuck it's in, the casing it's in.
Mhm.
So there's people who handle that diamond on a daily basis. Let's put it like that.
Right.
Close.
Sure.
Nothing has happened to those people since it's been in the
Well,
Smithsonian.
it also hasn't burned down either. So the building didn't burn down.
That's
or
what I'm
didn't
saying.
hit a meteor or anything
So
like that.
it could we also sit there in the fact that all these deaths that it's been around, for the most part, like the confirmed ones, like the kings and the queens and whatever the fuck, the lords, lordesses, could it be at a time where revolutions were happening?
Well, see,
And
you're right.
history happens that way.
That's how I'm looking at it from certain aspects, but you can't deny the fact there are deaths here. Now, are those deaths so much so that they can be blamed on a curse? With Marie Antoinette,
I'll be honest,
they were
the one-
fucking jerk off
It's
leaders.
the mailman that really gets
Yeah,
me,
it's
bro.
the mailman one that
See?
really,
It's
like,
always the random guy.
it's the random last
It's
one.
It's
It's
the
like
random pedestrian or the
he-
random
he
civilian
completely-
that had nothing to do with it whatsoever.
he just dropped it off and like, yeah, I'm doing my job today.
gets
and then
crushed by his legs get
Leg
crushed.
gets crushed, has a concussion, and his entire life gets burned away.
I can't blame that on a diamond. I just blame that on bad luck.
Yeah, I won't be honest.
Extremely bad luck.
Well,
My God, do not play the lottery. Your family don't even play the lottery. Like,
Don't walk when a storm's
yeah, seriously. Like, but
Winston sent that to the fucking Natural History Museum in a registered mail, just a little box with brown paper wrapping, like the most completely inconspicuous. Like, you could not send anything that valuable in the mail like that
oh
today.
God, no. God,
Like,
no.
there's a guy holding it in a briefcase. The briefcase is like, handcuffed to his wrist. Like, it has a
guarded by 15 men.
exactly,
armed guards.
exactly. It's
I
like
mean, it's worth $250
No,
million dollars.
Winston was like, "No, just throw it in that box." It was like a FedEx box. He just had lying around.
and you know what's interesting about that too? The box that it was
That's what's so genius
mailed
about it.
in is actually on display in the post office museum or something. It's one
Hold
of the
on.
most prized possessions.
hold on. There's a post office museum.
Oh yeah,
There's a
when
museum about everything.
when you think there's nothing that when you've seen it all, go to the post office museum.
Well, the
Ah,
post
yes,
office
this
got,
is the
you
most
know,
famous mail of the
hundreds of
times.
years of history. I mean, come on.
The first.
Here's the first envelope.
Here's the box. The Hope Diamond was transported. We
Stamps.
couldn't get the real
The
thing.
first stamp.
I want to go to that one exhibit. Stamps through the ages. In ancient Egypt, envelopes were made from papaya.
I can see we brought
Papyrus.
jerk offs tonight, but okay.
Papyrus.
This is-
Papyrus is a fruit.
This stamp was licked by King whatever.
My God.
We're gonna take a short little break though.
Please.
We'll be back to finish off this episode, and just remember, we're now coming down to the wire of season 8. After this episode, we have 2 episodes left, guys. 2 episodes.
Thank Christ.
So we will come back and finish this episode on the curse of the Hope Diamond, quote unquote.
If you liked this video today, please click the like and subscribe button and make sure to hit the notification icon to keep up with all our videos.
And welcome back to the coast of the Kurth?
To the
Kurth?
coast.
To the coast.
To the
English
coast.
is
To
hard.
the coast of the.
To the curse of the Hope Diamond. Gentlemen, we are coming down to the end of this episode. And I'll right off the bat. Dad, do you believe this is a curse?
No.
Reasons why?
The reasons why is I think there's a lot of I don't know, coincidences.
Coinkydink.
I'm not going to buy into the Marie Antoinette aspect. They were bad leaders. It was during the French Revolution. You know what? They were bound to get.
Well, I have a question. Were they
taken
bad
out.
leaders, or were they? It was because of a revolution that was happening. Like,
Well, people don't revolt against somebody that's doing good for them.
Let them eat cake.
You know, she was a bitch. He was a scumbag. They, he died.
Do they
got
owe
him
you
with her
money?
9 months later.
Jesus Christ.
You know,
oh my God!
other
Someone
stuff.
don't like the French.
No, he doesn't like those 2 French people.
I don't
No.
believe it's a curse at all. No.
Okay. Sito?
No.
No?
No. I actually have a very valid reason. Like, if we're gonna compare curses, like let's look at Little Bastard, right? Although all of those weren't done. Like a lot of these are murders, not done by like some kind of like cause that you can actually blame on something else.
Yeah.
Like look at Little Bastard, car accidents that were like part of the cars. Some guy got crushed. That random guy. The only one I'm giving into is the mailman.
The mailman was just doing his job.
Yeah, the mailman.
This is my trend throughout this whole season. The random guy who didn't deserve it is the one thing that's throwing me off.
We think he didn't do it. He actually beat his kids at home. No one knew the kids were afraid to tell anyone. It was
Justice for James Todd.
Daddy's not the same when he drinks, honey.
But
It's
yeah, a lot
okay.
of this is coincidence and just murders overall. Like I can't blame a curse on like he killed him. Is like
Okay.
revolution, bad
Revolutionist.
timing. Like
Yeah, okay. I get you.
I
Pope.
shouldn't have been there. Yes.
I think it's a bunch of horse shit. First of all, you have a fucking jewel the size of a golf ball. You don't think a couple motherfuckers gonna get murdered over that? All I'm saying is, if people were murdered, it's because people value that thing because it's fucking enormous, and you don't see diamonds that big. I mean, look at any like,
It's a big ass diamond.
look at the cheapest like engagement ring. Like those diamonds are so tiny, like so tiny.
Some of them are very like. Some of them are synthetically made too.
Yes,
Diamonds
that's
can be
true.
synthetically made now.
Yes, they are. You're absolutely right.
Thank
But
you.
like, you get diamonds that are like fucking
Right back.
so small, and yet this thing is the size of a golf ball. If it's hurting anybody, it's not the reason. It's because we value that thing because we don't see shit like that every day.
True.
So no, I think it's a bunch of shit. And then you have to factor in that the one newspaper is running shit against the other newspaper, and it's just gonna make everyone think that the people who own that paper are assholes. Yeah,
beef back in the day.
yeah. This was ye
So
old
I have a
beef.
question though. Does the mailman really?
This wasn't even beef. This was mutton.
Does the mailman throw you off a little bit though?
No, I don't, because accidents still happen, and we don't know who this mailman was. He could have been
But all
beating his
three
children.
things though, like those were some really bad.
He could have been beating his children. He may have left the gas on that morning because he was so pissed off that maybe the kids left the gas on. That's why he beat the kids. We don't know. We don't know. Maybe he cheated on his wife.
Child abuse.
All right, maybe he cheated on his wife. Who knows? We don't know who this person was. I don't care that he fucking had bad luck and he got into an accident because of the fucking diamond.
West isn't here, so I'm gonna answer for him. West, do you believe it's a curse?
I do not believe it.
No. Thank you, West.
Wes, you're so on point.
Thank you for that, West. Such intelligent insight.
I'm a man of few words. I'm a man of few words because like, if I don't believe in it, the fuck do I gotta explain myself for? I don't believe in it.
Okay, I don't believe in it either. To be honest, I don't think it's a
No,
long
we'll agree.
it's a long history of just fucked up shit happening.
It's the mailman, really.
But
It's the mailman.
it's
That's the only guy, man.
He was a child beater.
no, he wasn't. You don't know that. Stop
you know what?
accusing.
That's a good. What year was this?
This was like 1958.
Definitely a child beater.
Oh my fucking god.
It definitely.
Daddy says I love you with his fist.
No, can we stop?
Yeah, really.
What if this
it's
kid
not
was?
cool.
What if this kid grew up to
If
be
you're-
Bill Blur?
Anyway, you want to move on here, Joe?
If you're being affected by, never mind.
If your father's a postman,
Stop it.
And he drinks a little bit too much.
Stop it.
there's a
On
reason
the
why
real
they go.
call for
Stop
They
it.
have a hotline for this.
All right,
shit.
I will shut everyone's mic off in
They
this
have-
On the
bitch. I
real,
don't care.
like
Nah, I'm trying to be- I'm
seriously,
trying to
seriously,
be
call
nice.
for help if you do need it.
Yeah,
please.
nah, for real,
My
for real.
God.
Dad's going postal.
Anywho, I don't believe in it because again, I think it's just it has to do with the shit that's happening in history, and this thing it would just so happen if like one of Marie Antoinette's like hairbands were sent back and people got killed by that. It's the same shit. It just so happened this thing was in these situations.
Like the most dangerous times of like every single like place it's been to.
But yeah, but again, it's the biggest fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just like a random piece of jewelry.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the biggest piece of jewelry.
It's a
It got
diamond,
shopped
you know?
around to the most important people who were in the middle of the
it's a
most
diamond,
dangerous
that's why.
times.
It's a diamond, and the diamonds are going to sit there. Kings and queens and princes and princesses, they're all going to wear diamonds. They're all going to wear the most expensive jewelry. So, of course, it's going
Don't
to
blind
be
your
there.
eyes and steal your dreams. It's heaven and hell.
Yes, thank
Or
you.
we can do Aerosmith too. So whatever.
No, okay, we're not going to do any of that.
Kings and queens and
Uh,
guillotines.
We're,
Taking lives
I said
tonight.
before we went to our last break, we're
Starch and
coming.
parchment,
Shut
Lady
the
Luck,
fuck up!
When bishops took the ride.
My God, we're coming down to the end
Thank
of
you,
season 8. Anthony, do you want to talk about season 9 now, or do you want to wait till the end of the season?
Yeah, let's wait till the end of the season. Fuck these people. I don't want to
Okay.
talk about it now.
Okay,
So we have
those are our fan base. My
2
God.
more
I
episodes.
say it with love.
We have 2 more episodes left of season 8, which is the season of curses. We have the New York Rangers 1940 curse, which is going to be a very short episode next week. And then we have the longest episode of the season, probably, is the Kennedy curse, because all them motherfuckers were ganked.
Oh, yeah, we're going to go into detail.
Well, no, I mean, can you call it a curse when you're not flying with an engine? Never mind. Let me shut up. Anywho.
He stocked the plane except for a pilot.
But again, remember, go to w.gg, get your W products for 10% off when you use the code IsThisRealPC. And please go to...
good shit. Buy our hoodies.
Yes, please go to our Is This Real TikTok page. It's Is This Real PC. Same thing with the Instagram, Is This Real PC, which has all our links, including our greenarrowmedia.org link. Please go to greenarrowmedia.org where you see all of the episodes coming up for season 8, or the rest of the episodes of season 8, and you go to our Spread Shop page. Spread Shop, you get shirts, hats, t-shirts, whatever the fuck you want. We can put our logo on it. Bags, whatever, literally.
Your child.
No.
Actually, yes.
No.
We have a onesie. We have the onesie.
We
No,
have
we
one.
have
there,
a onesie.
There is a onesie, yes.
Yeah, so if you want your child to have our mark on it.
And I believe there's dog stuff too. Don't get Max one.
Why not?
Okay.
That sounds
I'm
adorable.
gonna get. I'm gonna.
Oh my God! Is this real mascot?
Yeah, there
Yes.
you
Get
go.
him a collar.
He's the sponsor dog.
Yes, we do have a new dog, Maxi Pad, I call him. His name is Max. And what? He's staring at me
Why
like
would
that
you call him that?
because it's funny.
Okay.
But yes, we are coming down to the end of season 8. Please let us know. Please go to our YouTube page. All of the videos are up on YouTube. We post every week.
We just
mainly.
put up our Celebrity Deadpool 2023
We did.
episode.
We did. And
So if you
Amanda
wanna
makes me
know-
want to slap her.
If you want to know who we think is dying in this year, go check that episode out. Send us emails. Like, if there's something that you want to talk to us about, or you have a weird story about a ghost or something,
Is this real PC at gmail.com?
send us a fucking email. We'll read it on our podcast.
Yeah. And if you have a celebrity you think is going to die this year, please send us that too.
Oh my God.
$5 is the contest entry.
Oh my God.
Everyone say goodbye. I'll see you next week.
Goodbye, everybody. Good
Adios,
night.
motherfuckers.
And remember, everybody, question everything. We'll see you next week for New York Ranger 1940s curse.
Konnichiwa, bitches. It's Ryu West speaking. If you want to find out more about the Is This Real podcast, follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/isthisrealpc, or on Twitter at isthisrealpc, or on Instagram at isthisrealpodcast, all one word.